All right, let's do this. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. We are live. Let's see who else is awake out there tonight. It is Monday, May the 3rd, 2021. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Let's have a toast to kick things off. How's everybody doing this week? Already seeing a lot of friendly names up in the live chat. I see Ryan Corns here, and Chad Francis, and Sammy Smith, and Summit, Ken. Great to see all you guys, and I hope you're all doing well today, this evening. Um, Probably, again, not going to be a super long show, but do have a few things to talk to you guys about, mostly just some alum news and some merch updates and some news there, and we'll share some posts. And I do have a flashback clip to play in a little bit. If anybody's new here, I'm Matt Arts, Halloween Daily News. Welcome. This is our weekly live chat where we just converse with some of our favorite people out there, the fans of the Halloween movie franchise. And we talk all things Myers and all things Halloween movies and everything regarding the franchise. And like I said, as far as the movies, not a whole lot of news this week, not a whole lot of updates. I was hoping for another behind the scenes photo maybe, but maybe tomorrow. But there's still plenty of franchise stuff to discuss tonight. So as people are filtering in, I'm just going to do my usual show and tell here and a little merch update. I'm going to keep pushing this guy until we push them all out the door because they are going and we are selling, but we do still have a few more available. There he is. This is the officially licensed Halloween 1978 Michael Myers deluxe mask made by Trick or Treat Studios, sculpted by Justin Mabry. This is the full head deluxe mask. Of course, it is meant to mimic what we call the castle stretch, you guys know. And right behind me, right over here, on the other side of this one, you can see that is the Boogeyman. That is the alternate version from 78. We do still have a couple of both in stock right now. I don't know how much longer they're going to last, especially these deluxe. We're selling, a couple each week, and we got a few left. I know our next in-person convention where we're actually going to have merch for sale on site is looking like it's going to be that Haunted Screams Expo I've been talking to you guys about this September. And in all honesty, probably won't have any more of these guys with us at that point. We may, it's possible, but I'm not expecting to have more of these. So that's my main show and tell for this week. To remind you guys, it is $60 plus shipping. If you're thinking about it, now's the time. They won't last. Well, they're definitely not going to last till Halloween. We're going to be out well before October, I believe, and I don't think we're going to get any more of those 78s between now and October. So if you're thinking about that. Now, what we are going to be getting here very soon, this is exciting, is I've got a new batch of Halloween 2018 masks on the way. They were just picked and packed last week, and they are supposed to be shipping out this week, and we should have them in hand next week. And probably not by next Monday. That would probably be at the earliest. But if not, then definitely by the following Monday, I should have some of those, and we'll take a look at them together. Always awesome checking out, because every one of the masks, they are hand painted, and everyone's a little bit unique in itself. And as you guys know, these sculpts are just remarkable, and a lot of serious collectors will get the Trick or Treat mask just for the sculpts, and then send out for the rehauls, and get an artist to really make it even more screen accurate with all the fine details. But these sculpts by Justin Mabry are phenomenal. And again, I'm not going to bring it over here, but right here we do have the Boogeyman right over there. That's from the final chase scene at the end after he's been stabbed in the coat hanger in the eye, and then he does the sit up. It's supposed to be from that. What's up, David? Welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. There's Fazbear. You're not too late. You're not too late this week, Fazbear. Happy Michael Myers Monday. What's up, Uncle Red? I dig that jack-o'-lantern. There's Phil. What's up, man? I knew you'd be here, Phil. I knew I could count on you. Welcome, everybody. That's right. That's what we do here. Michael Myers Monday, y'all. And the one other thing, you see them kind of placed around here. The one other thing I was going to remind you we do still have in stock is this awesome retro decor set. These are like the old school cardboard cutouts made by Bystol historically, and now they're making them again. You see them. We all grew up with these decorations. Well, Trick or Treat has done their own version, and there's all different kinds. I mean, we've got Chucky Halloween ones and all kinds of cool stuff. Universal Monsters, but this is specifically the Halloween 78 pack, and it actually comes with 6 different pieces total, including a 31-inch posable Michael Myers. And when I say posable, it's posable like the old school jointed skeleton decorations. And the artist for all these, his name is Marty McEwen. You can see this is like his interpretation of the Myers house. And I'm not going to pull all 6 of them out. I've done it before. You can see them on our website at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. Here's one I especially like. The orange, the vintage feel of it, and Michael just looks pissed. If that mask could be pissed, that is, and it's just a crazy, weird concept. We've got the jack-o'-lantern, the opening credits of the jack-o'-lantern, and it's basically Michael kind of coming out of it as like a spirit of Halloween, which is kind of different, kind of out there, but I really like the interpretation and really appreciate all that it says and does. And these are just a few of these pieces. Like I said, there are 6 total. And the biggest being the 31-inch posable Michael Myers jointed. Here's the card back that comes in, and these are all 6 of the designs, just so you know. And these things are a damn steal. I'm telling you, I know I've talked about these before, but I am a fan of this whole thing. I love vintage Halloween as it is. And yeah, for just $12, just $12, you get all 6 of these in the pack. And again, I tell you, it's not quite super low stock alert, but it's getting there. It's getting low. And again, I don't know that we will have any of those 78 sets at Haunted Screams come September. I definitely don't expect that we'll have them come October, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, so that's our show and tell for this week. All right, how's everybody doing? I'm going to stop, take a breath, take a drink. Michael Myers Mango Twist out of my usual Myers mug. I might change it up at some time. I do have 2 other mugs, but this is like my traditional, those are on the shelf. This is my usable everyday drinking mug. What's up, Saint? Good to see you again, man. Good to see everybody up in here. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Again, all those items that I just showed you and lots more we've got in stock right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. All right, I'll be talking about some other retail stuff here in just a second, but before we even get to that, did you guys see this LeBron James tattoo that he apparently just got a few days ago? Any NBA fans out there? I'm going to pull it up. If you haven't seen this, LeBron James posted, it was just a few days ago, I guess maybe Saturday. I want to say I'll confirm that date in a second. But here's his post. It was on his Instagram story, and here you can see he says, the big three, and yeah, that is a tattoo of Freddie, Jason, and Michael that LeBron James is apparently getting in the process of getting or has gotten. Summit's an NBA fan. Did you see this? Did you see this, man? This is pretty awesome. And he tags Ganga Tattoo, Chad Francis with a $5 super. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, man. Awesome. Here, I'm gonna get back to LeBron in just a minute. I said at the very least, we're gonna stop and toast everybody that donates a super. But man, two sips and I'm already stumbling. All right, I get so excited. You guys get so excited. $5 super chat. All right, Chad, this one's for you, man. Happy Michael Myers Monday. All right, sorry about that. All right, now let's thank you so much. And yes, the supers are enabled. And if you definitely have a comment or a question, that's definitely the way to get a hold of me. And also, the support every little bit helps, obviously, keep the lights on around here and keep HDN going and keep doing stuff like these live feeds. All right, back to the tattoo. Yeah, I think it was Saturday night that he shared it. And he tagged the Ganga Tattoo, who was working on him, and then Ganga. It was 3 days ago. Yeah, so what's that make it? Saturday. And so Ganga that day posted that he's in the process of doing this tattoo of the big three on LeBron, on his leg there. And I don't know. I mean, I remember this reminded me, when somebody tagged me in this on Twitter, and then I was reminded that yeah, at one point there were talks that LeBron was going to produce a Friday the 13th movie. And of course, everything with Victor Miller and the rights and all got very confusing soon after or around that time. So that never happened. And I remember seeing those headlines and thinking, that's kind of that's a weird marriage to me. But maybe not as weird as I thought. Apparently, LeBron is a huge horror fan, needless to say, to get a tattoo like that. And it's beautiful work. It's beautiful work. Here, let me bring you over. We will look at Ganga Tattoo's photo that he shared. Let's try to pull that up on Instagram. Out there in LA. And yeah, you can see he says in process for my brother, King James, love heart, So, yeah, I don't know if it's done now, 3 days later, or if that was a day's work or what, but damn, pretty awesome, right? I mean, we're no strangers to awesome horror ink, obviously we see that all the time. And, in this community and on social media. But, I was very, very happy to see that and made me like LeBron James even more. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, count me as a full-on fan. That was pretty awesome. So, again, some indirect franchise news there. Michael Myers taking the court in the NBA. All right, I see Byron has joined us. Welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Summit's an NBA fan. Awesome. What drink is that? Yeah, it's Michael Myers Mango Twist, which basically is a shot of vodka and some mango juice. Here you go. Do I have any horror-related tattoos? Summit wants to know. Nope, I don't. No, I don't have any tattoos actually. How about you guys? You guys got horror tattoos? Let's see them. Um, Also this week, a little bit more news on something that I've talked about a little bit um, in past weeks, but we have not done an official report on. I mean, I did do an article on it um, out of the expo in January, the Halloween Party Expo, and we did talk about it on here. But I'm going to bring it up again because I got a new look at the. If you remember a few months ago now, it's been back in January after the Halloween Party Expo, we saw in Jimmy's catalog that among their 2021 Halloween products that they're going to be releasing, among that is going to be these new. They're actually not new, but this is a new version. These mini animatronics. They're about a foot tall, maybe 18 inches, and you press the button, and they're at the bottom, and they move around and play the theme from the films. And they're reissuing a Jason and Freddy, which look pretty much like the Jason and Freddy that Jimmy released a few years ago. Back in 2010, they released a Michael Myers, which was basically Rob Zombie's Halloween Michael Myers. The following year, in 2011, they did Michael Myers again, only this time it was a Halloween H2O, I believe, or it might have been a Halloween 78. This time, apparently, it is going to be what they're calling anyway, officially licensed from Halloween 2, which does make sense because this is the 40th anniversary year of Halloween 2, of course. Now, this comes to us from the JimmyFandom.com wiki, and this is a screenshot posted from a YouTube video, and you can see that's a little bit better look at what it's going to look like. Supposedly, this is the prototype or a prototype. And presumably he will have the butcher knife in that hand. If you remember the one that I showed you, the one that I own from Rob Zombie's Halloween, the first one released in 2010, which was a Kmart exclusive at that time, that one, he's actually holding a machete, which is, clearly they just used the Jason figure basically and changed the head there. And that Mike has gloves on, like the Jason and the ghost face that they did. And out of frame there, you can see that there is the Freddy coming and the Jason as well. But it's not Freddy or Jason Monday. It's Michael Myers Monday, right? So that's a new look, and yes, it appears to be that it's going to be licensed from Halloween 2. I was curious what film, but that does make sense, and it definitely makes sense that Jimmy would put out a Halloween 2 mini animatronic, because if you remember last year, 2020, even amid the pandemic, Jimmy did release a new Michael Myers animatronic full size, which they've done the Rob Zombie version and they did an H2O version, and they did last year what they officially called a Halloween 2 Michael Myers. So yeah, I will definitely be adding that to my collection. I don't know about you guys. If you remember, I did bring down the one that I own based on the Rob Zombie films. Like I said, that was released in 2010. In 2011, they re-released it. Only it had a white mask. It was basically a Halloween 78. I think it might have been officially licensed from H2O, though. I'm not positive on that. Ken's got a 78 tattoo. Looking over the rail down the steps. I love that. Chad's thinking about getting the closet scene. All right, yeah. The closet scene when Michael's like looking down. Yeah, that's an epic shot of Michael. Or the POV, yeah. Dylan Rhodes, welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. He says, not Michael Myers related, but super excited for the new Ghostface mask and costume. Yes. Yeah, I hope you guys saw my other videos Not to get off subject, but um, on the new Ghostface costumes, there's a new, more screen accurate version of the classic Scream Ghostface costume coming out, and there's also a number of new Dead by Daylight inspired Ghostface costumes to be released this year, and I've done videos on all of those, and hopefully you guys have checked that out. Um, Also got some galleries that you can check out at HalloweenDailyNews.com if you haven't. But yeah, I'm very excited for those as well, especially that blighted, scorched ghost face. And if you saw the devil face, the one they called devil face, it really reminded me, if you remember the what was it, the Scream Queens show, where it was the devil killer at one point, and it was very kind of Scream esque, just that whole show in some ways, kind of Scream light, I guess, Scream for TV maybe, and but it was a devil killer, and so I think this is very much a marriage of that devil mask with Ghostface, which is pretty cool. All right, moving along. Also, speaking of getting a better look, we also the Fright Rags figures. We got a better look at them last week. We talked about, and what they showed us was the painted prototypes. Now this week, Fright Rags has gone a step further and shown us actual unpainted production sculpts, because those prototypes that were revealed, they are not the actual finished sculpts of those 3 3/4 inch figures. And like I said, these figures are not expected to be super super detailed like your NECAs and your sideshows or your Mezcos, but check this out. I mean, it looks really good. I mean, again, for what is basically meant to be an homage to the Star Wars Kenner figures of the 70s and 80s, that sculpt looks pretty damn good of Linda. And especially compared to the painted prototype. So you imagine that sculpt actually painted in the scheme that the prototype is, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty awesome, because that's the actual production scope. And so these figures, if you're out of the loop or have forgotten, there is Michael Myers, there is Laurie Strode, and this one, Linda Vanderklok, of course, played in the film by PJ Souls. And here's Laurie. You can check her out there. These are available for a limited time only right now. So as soon as we're done here, if you haven't pre-ordered yours and you're interested, you need to go to Fright Rags website, fright-rags.com, as soon as we're done with here. Or you can just go to HalloweenDailyNews.com and click on our article, and that's got a direct link to order these figures, because they're up for pre-order for 1 week only, but that started last Wednesday, and it ends tomorrow, Tuesday, May the 4th, at 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night. So you got just about 24 hours, 25 hours to be exact, from this minute. You got 25 hours left to pre-order these figures, and they're not even going to ship until the fall or maybe even the winter. But they are only taking these pre-orders. Now, they have said this is the first wave. Fright Rags has said that this is the first wave, and there will be more to come. And as recently as today, our friend Sandy Johnson, if you're friends with her on Facebook, then sorry, that's what I call the book. It's Facebook to me. No, if you're friends with her on Facebook, she shared the image of the 3 photos and was like, wouldn't it be awesome if there was a Judith Myers? And somebody tagged Ben from Fright Rags, and even this evening I was just on there and saw that he responded and said that it's very possible that we may get a Judith Myers figure, because he said in his words, and I don't have it queued up to show you right now, but his words were something to the effect of lots more figures from this film. And I don't know, maybe even from the franchise at large, they are planning to release. So I fully expected Wave 2. That's goes without saying, and I would even go so far as to say In wave 2, we will get a Loomis. I mean, that goes without saying. And we got to get an Annie now because we got Lori and Linda. And then, so who would the third one be? I mean, Judith would be great. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a young Michael Myers. And of course, somebody in Sandy's comments suggested, how about a 2-pack with Judith to come with young Michael? And so, all kinds of possibilities there. But I love those figures. I've already pre-ordered mine. I did on Wednesday. And I went ahead and pre-ordered 2 of each. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I couldn't resist. Like I said, I love the reactions that Super 7 is doing. By the way, one more plug. We do have these available. But this is the Halloween 2 Michael. And we do have these. But it's going to be very similar to these. It's going to be the same scale. It's going to be retro packaging. It'll look different. But I'm stoked for those. I'm super stoked for those. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to get my hands on those, and I pre-ordered them. And speaking of more new merch options, as if, but we always need more merch, right? And at the very least, I figure you guys want to know. I mean, you want to know about this stuff. I do. But yeah, I collect the figures in general. So we've talked about the Legend of Halloween kids book before, and I've put my full review up on this website in its own video, in its own standalone. It was on an episode of the Halloween show, and it was also uploaded as a standalone video last week. I can play you that video if you want later on. If you have not read my review or watched the video, where it's basically I'm reading the review from the article. But not only are they back in stock on Amazon right now, and you can find links at HalloweenDailyNews.com, but you can see here, also available on Amazon, they now have official Legend of Halloween merch. You can see right there, there's a t-shirt available in assorted colors, and hoodies also available in assorted colors, and of course, your smartphone cover available for select models, not all models, of course. But again, you guys let me know if when I get done with the headlines, if you want to watch the Legend of Halloween review that I've got up. I gave you the paraphrased version here during live when I first got my copy. And you guys know the short story is, I love it. It is a must-have for collectors like myself, and just a very unique and different retelling of, the classic story we all know so much. Dylan Rhodes, I don't recall if you go to conventions, but are you going to Days of the Dead horror convention in Vegas? Yes, I do go to conventions. My wife and I, we love going to conventions. We have not been to any since February of 2020 for obvious reasons, but we are excited to be returning to conventions later this year. It is looking right now like our first convention that we will be attending will be the Scares That Care charity weekend, July 30th through August 1st in Williamsburg, Virginia. And then September 18th and 19th, we will be covering and also have a booth at the second annual Haunted Screams Expo in Hampton, Virginia. And Tyler Main and Scout Taylor Compton and a bunch of awesome people are going to be there at that. A lot of people that they haven't announced yet, that some of them were announced last year before it got canceled. They're going to be re-announced, and others that were never announced last year that are still to be announced. So, yes, we love cons, but never been to Days of the Dead and never been to Vegas either. I'll have to get out there at some point. maybe one of these days. But no, that is not on our calendar at the moment to go to that one. But those two are the next two on our calendar, and the first two of the I don't know, the post 2020 era. Awesome. All right, Chad's down for the review. That sounds good. All right, I'll pull that up in just a few. Someone says theaters are allowed 100% capacity May 19th in New York, Jersey, and Connecticut. H-Kill should be 100% everywhere. Yes. I am hearing that news coming out about theaters, and yeah, that is very encouraging. That yeah, H-Kills will have option to, obviously play in theaters, and it sounds like it will be, yeah, most of them will be back to, if not 100%, close to it. Um, our local theater here in North Carolina, not at 100% quite yet, but yeah, their goal for reopening most things is June 1 right now, and I certainly think by fall, yeah, I mean if things keep going like they're going, it's looking good. Byron's asking about an HK poster in June. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it could happen this month. It's very possible. I mean, it could happen tomorrow. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised. If it doesn't happen, well, if it doesn't happen in May, then it's definitely going to happen in June. Yeah, I mean, because I think that trailer will probably be um, late June, early July. So maybe teaser poster late May, early June, maybe even around Memorial Day. But what other releases are coming? I mean, let's see. We do have the new Saw coming up here soon, and in a couple weeks, and that's going to be playing in theaters. And not that they're going to put out a trailer to run with that, but I don't know. Maybe they want to have a teaser poster, a presence in some of the theaters when people are venturing out to go see something like the new Saw movie. I don't know. It's possible. Again, I was expecting it last month. So we'll see. But we are in May now. Michael Myers May. So yeah, any day now. And if not the teaser poster, I think we're probably going to get another image or two released in some publications, and certainly after that poster, then you'll get Entertainment Weekly and Empire, doing some features. I have no doubt. Or a track from the soundtrack. Well, speaking of the soundtrack, did you guys watch Carpenter and Castle's live Q&A on Saturday? It was a GalaxyCon live stream Q&A, and then they did you could buy chats afterwards and stuff. I know my buddy David Suber was there. I saw him in the live chat, and we were giving each other shout outs, but it was a lot of fun to watch. They didn't talk about Halloween Kills really, other than just to plug it and say it's great. And they probably talked about Halloween '78, the least of everything that they talked about, which was fine. Those guys collaborated on Escape from New York and a lot of other things, and they've both just done so much. But it was really just a treat to see them interact together, because we've seen so many interviews with both of them separately, but to actually see them kind of interacting over Zoom together, that was the treat of the thing, if you guys saw it. And that's what I enjoyed the most. Clearly, lifelong buddies, and, got a ton of stories. Carpenter was his typical self, kind of just, messing with the interviewer at times, and giving some answers to where it really makes the interviewer sweat sometimes, which I can relate to. But that's what we expect and love from John Carpenter. That's definitely part of it. But it was good. It was a fun thing. But nothing really to report as far as '78. I mean, as kills is what I should say. I meant to say as far as H kills, and I'm reading Sammy Smith's just pre-ordered the '78 figures, so excited to get them. Yes, good, excellent, excellent. That's awesome, man. Summit asking if I have a favorite character in Halloween 2018. Um, that's kind of a good question that I don't recall answering. I mean, probably Lori. I mean, I said, that that's really my favorite version of the Laurie Strode characters in that movie. Um, of course, she's great in the original in H2, but I really liked the H2O version. And then Resurrection, I felt that character was shortchanged. But then I felt in 2018 I liked that version even more than I liked about H2O version. Um, taking the fight to Michael and that. So yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I'd probably say Lori. I miss Loomis. I do. I miss Loomis in you know, everything since H6. I miss Donald Pleasance. Um, but yeah, Lori is the new Loomis in that film in so many ways. Even though she ironically calls Sartain the new Loomis, I think that's meant to be totally ironic because we the viewers are at that point pretty aware that actually Lori, and if we're not aware, then we're going to be aware real soon after that actually it is Laurie Strode who's really more than anybody the new Loomis in H18. Yes, Byron reminds me today is Andy Matichak's birthday. At least I believe it is. Somebody was correcting me or saying that I was wrong on Twitter that it's actually in June. So I don't know. I know Wikipedia says it's today. Excuse me. I know Wikipedia says it's today, May 3rd, and I know Google says it's today, May 3rd, and it doesn't say on IMDb, and so I don't know if her birthday's not until June. Then, if you happen to be watching Andy or ever get this, then happy early birthday from us here at Halloween Daily News. And if today is the right day and we got it right, then happy birthday. Either way, it will be Andy's 27th birthday this year, and of course she is our Allison Strode. So yeah, everybody wish Andy Matichak a happy Michael Myers Monday birthday. I'm going to have a drink. Ryan's asking in Kills, what will the flashback scene be about? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Byron's asking, what if Lori in Kills admits that she caused the bus crash in 2018? Interesting. Interesting. Byron says it is Andy's birthday today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, but again, I mean, these things can be wrong online sometimes. But yeah. I don't know, Ryan, what's gonna happen in the flashback. I could speculate, but that's all it really is at this point. Um, yeah, we've seen so many. I mean, those teaser clips. It definitely looks like a young Lonnie Elam, though, in the red jacket, is going to have some kind of encounter and be featured some way. Is what it appears anyway from, you know, leaked set photos and the actual behind the scenes video and the official teaser videos that have been released. Just going by all that, it looks like a young Lonnie Elam, and we know that there is an adult Lonnie Elam. Cameron's father. We're going to see the adult Lonnie. He's referenced in 2018, and he is going to be in H Kills, played by Robert Longstreet. Great actor, by the way. So, I think that probably all suggests that something involving Lonnie, if nothing else, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to discuss spoilers. Yeah, if anybody wants to do that, y'all can do that in private. But yeah, don't discuss spoilers in the live chat, please. And again, this is just speculation. This is not, what I'm saying. This is just me speculating that that's even Lonnie. We're all speculating. We don't know for sure, but it looks an awful lot like Lonnie and his red coat from the '78 film. Um, Speaking of appearances, we've got another virtual appearance to talk about. Well, first of all, did you see Scout and Danielle? I don't know what they are up to with their. They're doing a lot of photo shoots and sharing a lot of stuff on each other's page. Did you see this one? This was posted just the other day. Scout says, "My ride or die sister," and then Danielle reshared it. And yeah, they've been sharing a lot of these teasers from these photo shoots they've been doing. Danielle shared one of herself covered in blood the other day. And we know that they announced, or unofficially announced, they posted that they're starting, Scout and Danielle are apparently starting a new podcast here soon. So, and it's going to talk about all things, including horror and just life in general, it sounds like. So, um, very interesting that, but I'd love to see when that's going to launch and what it's going to be about. You know, is it going to be a YouTube thing only? Is it going to be an audio thing only? And these photo shoots that Danielle has been putting together, she's been sharing some. There's been some other, like Dee Wallace was there, Tiffany Shepis, a lot of, scream queens getting together. Um, if you subscribe to Danielle's YouTube channel, she put something up a few weeks ago with all of them doing like a dinner, a scream queen dinner. So I don't know. It's going to be some interesting specials and content coming out from those two here soon. And speaking of which, this is another live stream event. Just to give you a heads up about this one, though, as I did a little bit of research, this is through Wizard World, not GalaxyCon. And Wizard World does it a little bit different. The Q&As with GalaxyCon Live are free to stream, and then the other stuff like the autographs and the one-on-one chats you can pay for. Well, this looks like the Q&A this Saturday, May 8th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, is a paid panel. So probably won't be tuning in to that one. But as you can see, Scout, Danielle, and Lou Temple, who I was just talking about last week. Lou Temple, we broke the news that he's going to be among the guests at the Haunted Screams Expo that I was talking about. We're going to be at in September, and Scout's actually going to be there as well, and Lou's going to be there. Don't think Danielle's going to be there, but yeah. So you can go to wizardworld.com and get all the info for this Saturday's live Q&A with them. I mean, if they do it like GalaxyCon, it is pretty cool. And they do take audience questions, but of course this one you're gonna have to pay for. I don't know what kind of deals they have. Maybe it's you can get like a bundle and get an autograph with it. But I'd be remorse if not to say that Scout and Lou, if you want to meet them in person, that could happen in September at Haunted Screams Expo. But the Wizard World thing is happening this Saturday, May 8th. And I'm going to be, we're going to talk about the Michael Myers Monday posts and share a couple of y'all's posts, people's posts, friends' posts on Twitter and Instagram. But the first one I'm going to share before I get to those is our buddy Tyler Main. Of all the franchise alum, I think Tyler Main has used the Michael Myers Monday hashtag more than anybody, and he did it again today. He is super stoked for the new show Jupiter's Legacy. This is the new Netflix series. It premieres this Friday. Tyler stars in it as a character called Black Star, and he is like the main villain character, it appears. I don't know the comic book it's based on, but he is super stoked for that. And so today he shared this shot from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 09. It says Michael Myers Monday vibes, and only 4 days till the next great villain. And then he asks, but enough about me. What's your favorite villain that I played so far? And you can see it's funny. His wife Renee is saying, what about Adolf Manson on Son of the Beach? I don't remember that character from Son of the Beach, but so anyway, I'll be watching. It looks like a cool show. It's like a superhero, like a rated R superhero type show. But yeah, and Tyler had hinted. uh, Again, I didn't plan on it all being about Haunted Screams Expo tonight, but at the first Haunted Screams Expo, Tyler Main was there, and he told us then that he was very excited about this next Netflix show that he couldn't talk about and he couldn't say anything about, but it was going to be super big, and everybody was going to, and this is it. It's finally here. So we've been looking forward to this for a while, my wife and I. So we'll be checking it out this weekend, and we can talk about it next week. And who knows, maybe they'll have a Michael Myers reference or something about the boogeyman thrown in there somewhere. But yeah, Tyler Main using the hashtag, as many of the alums do from time to time, and I'm sure will more as HK and HNs are happening. All right, I'm going to stop here and take a little drink. Hey, there's Tommy Quinn. What's up, man? That's all right. You're late. Welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Glad you're here. The name of the podcast was Scout and Danielle. It doesn't have a name yet. They haven't officially launched it. They just posted on Instagram, on the gram. They posted and a few weeks ago, and so it's not like officially launched yet. They're actually asking fans what they should call it. I don't know, maybe something like Girls and Gore. I mean, did you see Danielle's post where she's covered in blood? Did you guys check that out? Let me see if I can pull that up for you. I don't see where. Oh yeah, she posted this 3 days ago, talking about feeling incredibly comfortable and sexy, covered in blood. And you can see, yeah, it looks like this is. I mean, Instagram hasn't removed it, so I guess it's okay. We're not for kids anyway, but there you go. That's Danielle Harris 3 days ago. Like I said, they're doing some interesting photo shoots the last couple weeks, and Danielle has been sharing a lot of photos, a lot of blood in the photos, a lot of skin, and I don't know what it's all gonna amount to, but like you guys, I'll be there to check it out. But yeah, the podcast does not have a name as of yet. All right, and I did want to bring up one other news item, which is before I get to a flashback clip, and then I will play that review of the book too, if you guys still want to watch that. I don't have a graphic for this queued up, so I'll just talk it out, old school. But basically, there's a very good chance that we might see. Well, I know we're going to see a franchise presence at Halloween Horror Nights. That just only makes sense. I would have thought it'd be something like Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, maybe. Maybe a 40th anniversary Halloween 2. But there are some reports that some insiders and some rumors that what we might actually be getting is an H3 Season of the Witch maze at Horror Nights Hollywood. not Orlando. Now this is all, uh, you know, this is rumor at this stage. Okay, um, so but we're going to be watching and we're going to be, trying to get confirmation on this. But basically, what happened is we've got a Twitter site called Horror Night Nightmares, and they have released uncovered a speculation map for the as yet announced Hollywood. Now, bear in mind, so far the Hollywood Park has not even announced their opening for in-person horror nights yet. The Orlando one only just a few weeks ago said that they are, and they announced a Beetlejuice as their first maze. Well, this speculation map lists a lot of interesting things, including Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. And then, there's further speculation of, what that will actually be. We're thinking, I'm thinking Silver Shamrock Factory, maybe, obviously, like lots of Silver Shamrock masks. And it does make sense that they would probably get to H3 at this point. I mean, number one, it is a Universal property. They've done 78, of course. They've done H2. They've done Halloween 4 specific mazes and haunted houses at these parks. So an H3 specific one, um, I'm going to keep an eye on this, and again, I don't have a graphic to pull up for you right now, uh, but you know, uh, I would definitely be interested in checking that out. Unfortunately, I don't see getting out to Hollywood to do that this fall. I don't see getting down to Orlando to do that this fall, honestly. But if it was at the Orlando park, at least I could. That's driving distance at least. But but yeah, that's not confirmed or anything at this point. But I just want to bring that to your attention, like kind of like the inflatable that we're keeping an eye on. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but you know, let's keep our eyes and ears open. And you guys tell me if you've heard anything about that, because like I said, I mean, the Hollywood Park is not officially announced that they're doing anything yet, but that could change it at any point. All right, wow, already been on here about an hour, man. Jaws Cop, welcome to Miller Time, 1984. Happy birthday. All right. Awesome. Yeah, Orlando, October 1st through 3rd. Chad, yep, that's the one you were talking about. Yep. Somebody said it should be Girls and Corpses. Yeah, Ryan, I saw that watch party they did. And we did talk about that on here. That Scout and Danielle did. They did Halloween 78 and in H2. And with H2, they had Angela and some of the other people there. Yeah, we did talk about that. That was a lot of fun watching those. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have Cochran and lots of assassins, lots of just the faceless assassins. Uh, yeah, definitely the Factory. Um, my buddy over at the Haunt Former channel, he actually did a video on this a few weeks ago, and he got a photo from somewhere that looks like it is the logo of the motel where Chalice stays. With Stacey Nelkin's character. Um, and if so, then that would make sense that maybe you're going to go through that motel room and see who is it, Marge, when her face gets all fucked up. Uh, yeah. Yeah, you guys want to see my shirt? Yeah. Yeah. Usually it's always a Myers t-shirt, but I am a big Star Wars fan as well, and I don't know if you guys are, but tomorrow's May the 4th. So, it's not exactly Myers, but it is Halloween and it is Star Wars, and so I figured that was the perfect marriage of the two things for Michael Myers Monday tonight. Like I said, normally it's a Myers or something Myers related, but other than this being Halloween, it's not an official franchise product. But it's Star Wars, and as you can see, it's some kids dressed as some of your favorite Star Wars characters trick or treating. I love that shirt. That was a gift to me from my wife and son this past Christmas, and yeah, I got a million Star Wars shirts, like I got a million Halloween shirts, but this one is my only one that brings them both together. So hopefully you guys uh, can appreciate that. Yeah, the sound was messed up during the watch party, and it started like on Facebook, and they ended up moving it over to Instagram at one point, I think. Or yeah, yeah. Tommy says kills will definitely not be delayed in October. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be delayed. Yeah, I don't. I mean, again, anything could happen, you know. But no, I'd be surprised if it's delayed. All right, before we get to this, so I can take a breather for just a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and play you a flashback clip that I did load into here that I thought you guys might like. Some of you might have seen it before this, and some of you were probably there with us. This is another one from the 40 Years of Terror reunion event in Pasadena in 2018. This is from the Halloween 2018 panel, and this is just a couple minutes of the great James Jude Courtney doing what he does, talking as only he can with thinking as only his brain does about his approach to Michael Myers, which is, he talks about how there is no light and dark to Michael. There's no duality, is what he says in this clip. As you'll see, Michael just is, and he talks about being inspired by, of course, Nick Castle, and just wanting to inhabit what Castle and Carpenter and Tommy Lee Wallace and everybody else evoked and created 40 years ago. So this is just a couple minutes long, and then I'll be back on here. But check this out. I think you'll like it. And here we go.
So there's this great old comic actor I'm from the Mary Tyler Moore Show named Ted Knight, and I was a young actor, and I met him. And one of the great gifts he gave me, he's a very generous man, and one of the great gifts he gave me was the importance of emulating if you're going to be an actor. And so, and he said, when he told me to emulate people walking down the street, emulate your mom, and he told me there had to be sort of an empathic quality to that. I had to feel into them. It's not intellectual, I'm gonna move my feet this way, I'm gonna move my hands that way. What it's really about is feeling into that person and feeling what they feel like, because what they feel is how their face expressions are driven, how their body motivates. And so for this particular character, when I got the call to go down and be put on tape, I looked at Halloween, the original Halloween, knowing that all I wanted to do was embrace the energy of the entire thing. So I made no notes, I didn't talk to Nick, and there was a moment when I was watching the film, and there's a moment when Nick is walking through the backyard, camera left to camera right, really quick shot, but I was watching the film and I went, I got it, I've got that energy. So everything that I did from that point forward, when I went down, I put on tape, when I went and met David, and when I went to work, and and David and I had a nice conversation about cat-like movements when he called me, and we talked about the way David envisioned the movie and his cat-like movements, and I was really fully resonating with that already. My cat was in my lap at the moment that David called me and talked to me about it. So I have not intellectualized, and I never have, and I don't think I ever will intellectualize this character, because to me, this character is a space and a place and an energy, indefinable in my world. It just is. And I'm the guy who's was lucky enough to inhabit that space. It's a very deep space. And it's beyond duality, it's beyond light and dark, good and bad. It just is. And it's a really powerful, beautiful space. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. This is where I lived with Michael Myers. David, Malik, and all those guys, Ryan, they were clear on what they wanted. They wanted a kick. They wanted someone to come in who was in the age range and had a certain physicality. And you know, so David never said anything to me about affecting my movement or affecting myself as if I were an older man. It was just for me, I'm a 61-year-old man, but I have the blood work of a 30-year-old man. I train as hard as I did when I was in college. I eat really well. Sometimes I drink too much, like I did in college. and so, you know, it's really in the realm of not only possibility, but probability that this Michael Myers would be a very strong, very agile athlete in his 60s. And I think tapping into the deeper vibration of what it means to be a human is something that the Michael Myers character does, because he is boundless. And most human beings are bound by their thoughts and by their belief systems and by their fears. Michael Myers doesn't live in that world. It's just a place of being. Thanks, man.
Yeah. James Jude Courtney, the man. Yeah, he is awesome, isn't he? Isn't he awesome? I mean, just the way he approaches this character, the way the way he answers these questions. I mean, yeah. Anyway, you guys know I love James, but I just thought you guys would like that. And I'm gonna try to do that. You know, each week have something to play. I love to have never before seen stuff, something brand new. But when I don't have that, hopefully it'll be something fun like this. And like I said, I can go ahead and play you that review of the Legend of Halloween book. It's a little bit longer than what I just played, but it's not. Let me see. That's it's about 6 minutes long. So yeah, unless any of you guys have any objections, I'll go ahead and run that in a minute, and then I'll come back on. We'll share a couple posts and see what else we want to talk about before closing it up. What do you guys think? Yep, Sean Clark's going to be at Orlando, Chad. Yep, James is the man. James is awesome. Thank you for the compliment on the shirt, Dave. I appreciate that. Connor Owens, download app 25. I don't know what that is. When Halloween Kills releases, are there any special plans for Michael Myers Monday? Well, I mean, I haven't made special plans yet. I mean, obviously it'll be a big Monday for us. The Monday after the release, the Monday right before the release. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to get just a little bit closer to that. But I imagine, just off the top of my head, that's a good question. I haven't really gotten that far in my thinking. What's up, Creepy Pastero? Hola, mi amigo. Good to see you again. Yeah, I mean, there will be something special. Let's put it that way. I don't know exactly what yet, but yes, we want to make those Mondays very special, and but I don't know exactly how or what will be different those Mondays at this point. I would also think that it's very possible that there might be some more lives, which is something else I want to let you guys know. I'm very seriously considering doing it. I don't know how many of you guys watch my pre-recorded Halloween show episodes that drop on Fridays, and it covers this franchise, but all things Halloween. It's a little more like the website where we've got a little bit of everything. I'm very seriously considering doing a live version of that show. Not regularly, but like from time to time, special episodes. And if so, then the earliest of which would be next Friday, which will be episode 31, you know, for obvious reasons. The 31st is kind of special. So um, that's on another tip, but obviously, you guys being the live audience, I want you to come over and participate in that, hopefully, if we do that. So I could see by fall and certainly in October doing some more lives. Outside of even just the Monday window necessarily. What if Michael Myers turned into creepypasta? Yeah, that 40th con was epic. It was great. All right, you guys said you are cool with watching. So let's go over to here. And this one is not up in my program, but that's all right. We're just gonna run it right off of YouTube. And we'll see how that works. And if it doesn't work, then I'll be back on here and you can read the review. Otherwise, I'll be back in about 6 minutes and you guys can enjoy me reciting my review of The Legend of Halloween. Sorry, I had it. The Legend of Halloween is one of the most unique. Here we go. An official adaptation of John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween presented in the form of an illustrated children's book. The Legend of Halloween is one of the most unique and innovative horror collectibles ever released. The project actually originated as a rap gift to the cast and crew after they completed filming of Halloween Kills in fall of 2019. But it turned out so well, producers decided to print a limited run for fans to be able to purchase. The hardcover rhyming book is co-written by David Gordon Green, co-writer and director of Halloween 2018, and its upcoming sequels Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, along with fellow filmmaker Uner Tekel, who also illustrated the book, with Trancas Films producers Malik Akkad and Ryan Freeman overseeing. The story is based on the original screenplay of Halloween 1978, written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. At just 56 pages, it's a brisk and easy read, and a fun and refreshing way to re-experience the legend we all know so well, of Michael Myers killing his sister Judith on Halloween when he was 6 years old, and then his escape from Smith's Grove, his return to Haddonfield, his obsession with teenager Laurie Strode, and his murdering of Laurie's friends before their climactic confrontation on Halloween night in 1978. There are some great little touches that I know fans of the franchise will appreciate. Small details like Michael's middle name, the red Phelps garage truck, Lonnie Elam's number 22 t-shirt under his red jacket, Laurie throwing a potted plant at Tommy Doyle's bedroom window to wake him up, and even Boombox Boy from Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean for you to just have to listen and just watch me. My fault. All right, here we go. Now, here is the review. An official adaptation of John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween presented in the form of an illustrated children's book. The Legend of Halloween is one of the most unique and innovative horror collectibles ever released. The project actually originated as a rap gift to the cast and crew after they completed filming of Halloween Kills in fall of 2019. But it turned out so well, producers decided to print a limited run for fans to be able to purchase. The hardcover rhyming book is co-written by David Gordon Green, co-writer and director of Halloween 2018, and its upcoming sequels Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, along with fellow filmmaker Uner Tekel, who also illustrated the book, with Trancas Films producers Malik Akkad and Ryan Freeman overseeing. The story is based on the original screenplay of Halloween 1978, written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. At just 56 pages, it's a brisk and easy read, and a fun and refreshing way to re-experience the legend we all know so well, of Michael Myers killing his sister Judith on Halloween when he was 6 years old, and then his escape from Smith's Grove, his return to Haddonfield, his obsession with teenager Laurie Strode, and his murdering of Laurie's friends before their climactic confrontation on Halloween night in 1978. There are some great little touches that I know fans of the franchise will appreciate. Small details like Michael's middle name, the red Phelps garage truck, Lonnie Elam's number 22 t-shirt under his red jacket, Laurie throwing a potted plant at Tommy Doyle's bedroom window to wake him up, and even Boombox Boy from 1981's Halloween 2, who makes an appearance in the book. Tickell's animation style is similar to Schoolhouse Rock and has a nostalgic simplicity that will warm the hearts of those of us who grew up with the now classic Saturday morning cartoons of the late 1970s and early 1980s. The writing is somewhat Dr. Seussian with its clever rhymes and wit, but with a few adult words like voyeuristic and themes like Paul wanting to get it on with Annie will undoubtedly require some explaining to less mature readers. There are also a few decidedly older references like Warhol, as in the late Andy Warhol, and Casey at the Bat, that kids and many adults will never get. I'm 45 years old, and I had to Google Casey at the Bat. It's an 1888 poem about baseball, if you're wondering. So there's no way an actual child will grasp that particular phrase. But overall, it's a faithful retelling of the classic story done in a way that almost all ages can comprehend and enjoy. Green and Tickell are able to successfully work in some of the actual quotes of dialogue from the movie at times, though there are some small changes here and there as well. The story is also told slightly out of order in the end, when Laurie sends Tommy and Lindsay to get help before the closet scene rather than after. When the book was first announced last October, David Gordon Green told Entertainment Weekly, quote, "I have 9-year-old twin boys, and I try to be somewhat cautious about the content that they absorb. I thought this would be a fun way to tell the story and establish the world of Halloween that John Carpenter and Deborah Hill started." With that quote in mind, my biggest question as I sat down to read the book this week was if it is truly meant for kids. Could it serve as a light introduction to the mythology of Michael Myers for those still too young to watch the actual film? Or is it really meant primarily for collectors and super fans like myself? The answer, of course, depends on the child and his or her maturity level, as it is in essence still a story of a madman killing innocent people. So if you're a parent who hasn't discussed what death is with your kids quite yet, they may not be ready for this book. On the other hand, my own son was 9 years old when I let him watch the original 1978 Halloween film itself, and I could see using the book as a sort of precursor to set the stage if it had been available to us a year or two prior to his first viewing. But then my son also grew up in a house where Michael Myers is more prominent on the walls than his grandparents are, and where we taught him early on how movies are made and that they are make-believe. So again, it really depends on both the child and the parents as to what age and how to introduce them to the horror of Michael Myers. But while I'm tempted to say that if they are old enough to appreciate this book, they may be ready for the actual film itself, the legend can absolutely serve as a soft introduction to the Halloween franchise for some younger readers who can handle a newer and darker, more dangerous kind of fairy tale. And it is also kind of a stranger danger warning to kids that could and should be taken to heart before they go embark on a Halloween night of trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. Ultimately, this book is mainly for the mega fans, many of which will certainly use it as a way to introduce their kids to the characters and the general story from the film, and all of which will definitely get a kick out of seeing how much of that film is successfully and entertainingly reimagined in this entirely different format, created with a clear love and respect for the iconic source material. The Legend of Halloween is not as much a radical repurposing as it is a totally original reinterpretation of a classic, fundamentally scary story that, like Frankenstein and Dracula before it, will live on long after its creators have left this world, and will continue to hit those fundamental buttons of fear that Carpenter and Hill so perfectly honed in on for countless generations to come.
Available now from Further Front Publishing. You can order your copy of The Legend of Halloween at legendofhalloween.com.
All right, so there's my review. Sorry about the technical mishaps in the beginning. It's always something. But yeah, there's my review. Dave, hopefully your video is working now, and hopefully everybody is seeing and hearing what they're supposed to. But yeah, that was from an episode of the Halloween show. It was actually published on the site first, and then I did the video version for the Halloween show, and then I just did the review only video version just this past week, just for people once I saw it was back in stock on the on Amazon. Yeah, and I think you guys are right, Chad, that the book is mainly for the super fans like us, done in kids book format. I mean, yes, for the most part, that is, but it is, as I said in the review. I mean, you could, hypothetically, it all depends on the kid and the parents, of course. At the end of the day, but I mean, yeah, like Saint says, my kids know Myers to see him because of the movie. Yeah. Might let them check out the book, but I'll have to look through it first. Yeah, I mean, there is murder in it. I mean, it's handled as, kid friendly as possible, but at the end of the day, it is still telling that story, and there are a few, kind of mature things going on. I mean, it is a rated R story for a reason, even presented in a kid book. So that was my ultimate thing, is that for fans like us, the super fans, yeah, it's like a must own. It's a reimagining, reinterpreting, um, and yeah, for some kids, it is a way that you can kind of ease them into this mythology. But like you said, Saints, a lot of kids today know for all the reasons you said, from the T-shirts and the commercials, and just Michael Myers is pop culture, like Jason and Freddy are, like Norman Bates is, and Godzilla and King Kong are. I mean, everybody knows who King Kong is, and they even know that he climbed a building and chased a blonde girl. You know what I mean? Everybody knows this, even if they've never seen any of those Kong movies ever. But everybody knows it, and so everybody knows that Michael Myers stalks babysitters on Halloween, whether they've seen him or not. Certainly not for everybody, but yeah, I mean, for super fans, I highly recommend it. And yeah, for, maybe for your kids too. But again, that's up to you guys. But yeah, you got to have it. And it sounds like most of you guys are planning to get it or already have. So awesome. David's giving the thumbs up. So I guess the video's back now. Good. Awesome. Wow, Byron trying to do 12 films. Woo. Awesome. Yeah, Michael is the icon. Yeah, he's, to say the least, he's an icon. All right, let's move on now and look at some of this week's tweets and posts. People using the hashtag Michael Myers Monday, as I always urge everybody to do, and I say it every week. I started the hashtag 2013 as just a way to make Mondays suck less, because everybody hates Mondays, myself included, and also as a way to just, why not have a day to celebrate our favorite fictional serial killer, our favorite horror icon, our favorite horror franchise? Why not? Michael Myers Monday. It's great, right? So, and it's taken on a life of its own, inspired memes and GIFs and videos and posts, and it just, it grows all the time. So, for the last few weeks, I've started, picking out just a couple. These are not even the best necessarily. These are just a few that throughout the day jumped out to me for whatever reason, and I felt like, all right, let's share that tonight. So first up, we'll start over on Twitter. This is Beth. She does hashtag Michael Myers Monday. Now this is a meme. This is not a new one. This is a oldie but a goodie. This is a classic one.
Um, I don't think Beth created it. I don't know who created it. I'd love to know if anybody knows um, who first created this particular meme. Let me know. But I love it because again, it takes Michael Myers Monday and interprets it in its own way. Whereas Monday is the killer, is the Michael, and it's really more for Sundays. Obviously, is it Monday tomorrow? As a matter of fact, it is. Loomis says, you know, it's really meant more for the Sunday before Michael Myers Monday, but it works, and I've never shared it on here, so I wanted to share that one and give Beth a shout out on Twitter. All right, let's move over to here. Next up, we have Deputy Nick Ross, who says it's Michael Myers Monday. I ain't afraid of no pitchforks. And as you can see, that's a quick little shot from H5. And I've talked about them plenty, but they don't stop entertaining me over and over. And I'm talking about the Halloween verse Twitter accounts. There are so many of them, I couldn't even tell you how many. But every character, including Deputy Nick Ross, is represented. And there you see he is, of course, the one of the deputies from Halloween 5. Also known as one of the comedy cop stuffs. We always they played that kind of slapstick music every time the cops would show up. All right, we got one more from Twitter. Or actually, that's our last one on Twitter now. Oh yeah, we do have one more on Twitter. Yeah, let's go back to that. From Anne the Hat at the Cheshire Path. Now, this is art by Angus Burgers via Deviant Art, she says. I recognize Anne the Hat because she always posts awesome content, use the hashtag and tags us and so forth. All the stuff we love. Now, I first glance at this artwork. This is why I wanted to share this though, because I this is pretty good. This is kind of an artist interpretation of every Michael Myers look from every film, and they even include Season of the Witch without Myers, but they got the trick or treaters and Cochran and the assassins. And I'm looking through this, and they even throw Ben Tramer in there under Halloween 2. They got the Bob, Michael and the Ghost Sheep, all of Michael's different looks. But there's one missing. Can you guys tell me? Here, we're gonna do this for just a minute. Here's your trivia for the night, guys. Starting now, tell me who you think who's missing. What is missing in this lineup? I mean, even if you zoom in and you can see that they do include even the Man in Black as he appears in Halloween 5. They include the Man in Black as he appears in The Curse of Michael Myers. So I'm not talking about the Man in Black. But there is one look of Michael that I can think of, one distinct one that I do not see represented, and I'm not talking about that shot that Tyler shared where he's completely unmasked. I'm not talking about Tony Moran unmasked Michael. I'm not talking about that. You guys tell me. Let's see. Did any of you guys? Oh, thank you guys for appreciating that review. Thank you, David. All right, no guesses? No guesses on what's missing. I'm just going to have to tell you. He didn't get a good enough look. Okay. All right, let me pull it back up. Let me see. Oh, no, I've lost where I put it. Here. There we go. There is a look, one of Michael's looks, for lack of a better term. It sounds weird saying Michael's look, but there's one that I don't see represented. And but yeah, they've even got, if you see down at the bottom, they've even got Michael as he appears in Call of Duty Ghosts. They've even got Michael as he appears in Dead by Daylight. They've got Halloween 2018 as he appears, James Jude Courtney, before he gets out of the, before he gets to the gas station and gets the mask and the coveralls, and after. But there's one missing. There's Michael, Halloween 4, there's young Michael that we see briefly. There's Michael when he's wrapped in kind of the mummy bandages. And there's, after he gets the mask. Chad says Curse is not there. Curse is there. They call it Halloween 6, but he is there on the third row down. That's not the one I'm looking for. And like I said, if you look real close, they do have the Man in Black behind Michael 6 and behind Michael 5. But the one Michael that they're missing, that they overlooked, that they forgot, one key scene, Halloween 5, when he is sitting in Mike's car after killing Mike, and he is wearing what is known as the Brute mask. You guys remember the scene? Tina gets in the car, and she is, thinks she's talking to Mike, her boyfriend, and we're laughing. Yes, Film Tracks says it. Brute. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna assume you're saying it right before I'm saying it, because there is that delay. Yes, Film Tracks and more got it. The Brute. Yes, Chad. The Brute. Yes. Yes. Now you guys see it. Yes, the Brute is not represented. That's the only one that I can think of that they're missing. I mean, if you want to get real super technical, Michael wears more than just the escape mask when he's in. I'm talking about Tyler Mane. Michael 2007 wears multiple masks during the Smith's Grove scenes. That is the escape mask. That is the most memorable and the most pivotal and most important. But if you want to get really exact now, which again, this is Michael Myers Monday, so if we can't get exact, who's gonna? But if you want to get really exact, he wears quite a few masks, even with Dave playing him, and then later with Tyler playing him before it gets to Escape Day. But again, that's getting really nitpicking. I do love this artwork though. All right, let's move on to Instagram now. A couple more posts. This one comes all the way to us from Germany. This is Fabia Sophie. And she says, let's have a drink. And that is a pretty good looking Myers mask she's wearing, showing off some red wine. I'm assuming that's wine on her hand and not blood. I guess we'll never know for sure. Also, here we've got the Shapen Sea. This guy is great. He's here in North Carolina, where I'm located. I don't know him personally, but we have attended a number of cons. I know we've photographed him at some cons before. And he, of course, participates in the Michael Myers Monday Fun every week. This week, doing the Nick Castle Challenge. That is, of course, when you recreate that iconic shot of Nick Castle. And I love this one. This is the Elm Street Warrior. And he says, Harold, you want mayonnaise on your sandwich? How about mustard? I love this recreation of Mrs. Elrod from Halloween 2. And he's even got, it looks like a standee of Dick Warlock, H2, Michael Myers. I mean, it's pretty damn awesome. All right, and that is this week's Michael Myers Monday tweets and posts. And hey, now we are officially into Tuesday, at least out here on the edge of the East Coast where I'm at, on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We're out here actually just off the mainland of America on a little island known as Kill Devil Hills. And not that you guys care, but that's where I'm at. So it is Tuesday now. It is May the 4th. So while it's still Michael Myers Monday until we say it's not, it's also May the 4th. So May the 4th, Michael Myers Monday be with you, however that works out. Sorry if you're not a Star Wars fan. But Chad loves the Outer Banks. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Yep, that's where we're at. You got relatives here. Okay, cool. Cool. David named the brute. All right. I like that. Awesome. Awesome. Dig the icon. Awesome. Do I ever explore the mountains at North Carolina? Not too much. We we don't make it out to the mountains too much. But yes, it is a beautiful place. We're out here on the East Coast on the there we go. And like I said, our town is called Kill Devil Hills, believe it or not. Right here where the Wright brothers flew, actually, where they flew their first powered plane, just like not even a mile away from us. May the 4th be with you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll drink to that too. Nag's Head. Yeah, you guys know Nag's Head. We got Hatteras Island. It's big surf community around here, big windsurfing area. Waves, North Carolina. Actually, Jeffrey Dean Morgan of Walking Dead, Negan, he owns a house down on Hatteras Island and flies here all the time privately. Goes down there with his wife and kids. They hang out. So the original Brute was made in Germany. It might be. I don't know where the original Brute was. I think you might be right about that being made in Germany. It was something weird like that. And I know Trick or Treat just recently did their version of it. Yeah, Nag's Head. Yep, that's right near us. That's just a few miles away. We're like 5 miles from the Nag's Head town line. Yep, there's good surfing here, good beaches. That's our big thing. You know, when I'm not doing this stuff, I've told audiences before my other job that keeps me busy. My main job, I got a lot of jobs, but aside from doing Halloween Daily News and website stuff and related HDN stuff, I take photos. I'm a photographer. We do all kinds of beach portraits, family portraits, all kinds of stuff. Senior portraits, you name it, engagement portraits, wedding portraits. I mean, I've done it all. But that's what we do. We shoot families mostly out on the beach, my wife and I, out here on the Outer Banks. So when you guys are here, coming to vacation on the Outer Banks with your family, look us up. Come take a picture. Yep. Brute is the one missing. Yep. You guys got it. All right, y'all. So we are nearing the end of our time here. It is officially after midnight. Like I said, it is May the 4th. So Happy May the 4th, everybody. May the 4th be with you. Moving forward, like I said, planning to be back here next Monday if everything goes as planned. Watch the socials if not. I got to say this every week. I know it's just, it just sounds like everybody else, but, it's important. And I do see why people say it now, because we see that a lot of people watch these lives that aren't actually subscribed to the channel, believe it or not. And so I think most of you guys are, but I'm going to say it every week nonetheless. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. We do these lives. We're going to do more lives. We're going to get my wife Sue in here and do some stuff. We're going to do some stuff. Maybe this is my office. At some point, I might take you into like our virtual store. We've been working on setting up kind of a home version of our booth where we would have it set up and will have it set up at cons, but kind of so we can do a virtual version. So I'm looking at doing some stuff like that here, in the next few weeks as we get going. The Halloween show is going to keep going, like I said. Next Friday might be going live with that. I really hope you all come and join that. But the bottom line is subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Hit that bell and say that you want all notifications, because then you'll be notified as soon as I'm doing something, as soon as I schedule a live or a new video goes up. And don't be shy with the likes. That helps too. It helps us get in the algorithms. This live, our numbers are doing pretty good. Last week actually turned out to be the I think it's the second most watched live that we've ever done, which is amazing. And I'm like, well, what was it about last week? I don't know. But so thank you guys, and let's keep that up because we want to keep that incline going. And it is. These lives are reaching a lot of people, and I know a lot of people tune in after the fact when it's not live anymore, and that's fine too. So yeah, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell and hit the like button. Hit the share button. Tell your friends, your like-minded Myers maniacs. Send them all our way, because this is where they're gonna feel at home. This is where we can all Myers maniac out together. And yeah, we're just gonna keep it rolling. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna get that poster any day now. The plan will probably be to do a live and pick apart the poster once that comes out. Definitely once that trailer drops now. We're gonna gather whatever night of the week that is, Monday or not. Now, that'd be some shit if they release it on Monday, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be fitting? I guess we'll know how much Universal and Blumhouse is paying attention to Michael Myers Monday, depending on what day of the week they release it. Or not paying attention to Michael Myers Monday, depending on what day of the week they release it. But in any case, yeah, lots of fun stuff, and the excitement for this franchise is just going to keep growing over the next 2 years, because we got these 2 films going and everything that's going to come along with that. We know for a fact that there's going to be some surprises as far as merch and stuff like that we're going to have to look forward to. So we're going to go through it all together. Thank you all for being here. I see your comments. I see everybody. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Ken, Chad, David, all you guys, Summit, all you guys every week. You make it worth it. I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but you guys put up with it nonetheless, and I love you for it. And you put up with my technical glitches when they happen, and that's good, because they'll probably keep happening. Hopefully we don't have a big name guest on here when it happens, but I feel like we're all family, so we can get through that together. You guys know it's live, and so anything can happen. So I'm gonna get out of here. It's officially after midnight. I'm gonna transition slowly from Michael Myers Monday to May the 4th be with you. You guys, like I said, hit the subscribe button. Make plans to be back here next Monday. Keep an eye out for that teaser poster. And yeah, happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. All right, guys. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching.